Welcome to this review of Gunstar Heroes and Retrospective. And I'm just going to let it play in the background. It has a lot of demo reels that it has to go through. And while it does that, basically give you my thoughts on the game. And let's just go ahead and start with the visuals. I think we can go ahead and say that the visuals are pretty freaking awesome, actually. Very vibrant colors and whatnot. And the gameplay was actually pretty challenging. I've got to admit, it was. I guess the earlier levels, for the most part, had some challenge, but they weren't overly difficult. But after that, it did ramp up the difficulty quite a bit. In fact, if I would compare it to, say, the other shooter I played recently from the Genesis, Biohazard Battle, I would I would say that the challenge to Gunstar Heroes is probably more even throughout the game. So basically, your early levels aren't like so easy. You could do it in your sleep, and then you get walloped at the very end. Basically, no, it stays pretty challenging all throughout the entire game. And I went back this morning and I played through the entire game again on normal difficulty, and I tried to do it in a hardcore mode, like as if on a retroachievements.org, and basically as if I was playing it on an actual Genesis. So no save states or anything of that nature. So I had to do it all in one sitting. Well, for the most part. I mean, I did step away here and there and just turned off the TV and the monitor so the image wouldn't burn to the screen, just like you probably would have done back in the day. But as far as the challenge is concerned, I can't say it was ever super frustrating. I mean, it was definitely there. There was definitely some good challenge, but I'm not going to say it was very frustrating for sure. Um, let's see here. Weapon variety. Actually, there's only 4 weapons in the game, or 4 weapon types, but you can combine them in different ways. And honestly, that was a huge amount of variety for being able to combine the 4 different weapons. And for the most part, most of them were actually pretty decent. There were only a couple that I would say were probably weak. I think probably the weakest combination would be the fire and chaser. That just didn't work very well at all. So yeah, that'd probably be my least favorite of them. And as far as gameplay wise, I tried playing the guy here on the left, the fixed guy, because I actually kind of do like his look a little bit better, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I couldn't get into playing with him because you can't move and shoot at the same time with him. I mean, he can shoot, all the way around, but I mean that's only so good. And also the enemies are just, for the most part, they're swarming you the entire time. So I don't know if that's a character that I would like to play single player with. It just doesn't seem like it would work very well. I mean, it would work in, say, the underground mine area where you're in that cart and you're just kind of moving along. So it probably worked there, but that's probably about the only level I could think where the fixed gun character would actually work better than the free roaming one. So let's see. Music was very good. I think like most shooters, the music is one of the things that definitely stood out here in this game. Um, to compare it to Biohazard Battle, though, if I remember correctly, I think the music was probably a little bit better in Biohazard Battle, but the music was definitely good in this game. It was above average at the very least. So yeah, it's a shooter, so it's lack of, it doesn't have a big storyline, but I mean, vibrant graphics, really good gameplay, good challenging gameplay, I should say, and a good soundtrack to go along with it. it makes this something that I would definitely say is worth getting. And like I said, the challenge was there, but it was never to the point where I got frustrated heavily with it. Even when I was trying to play it on hardcore mode today. Um, and I did unlock a whole bunch of achievements on Retro Achievements website, so that was really fun. Um, this isn't one that I would say, hey, because like most games on Steam, it's like 99 cents. I wouldn't even say this is one of those games that say, hey, for the price you can't beat it, because I mean that's true, but this is a good game regardless of how cheap it is on Steam. I think it's just a great fun game to play, and this is the first game, yeah, this is the first game from Treasure I've ever played, and they did a really good job on this. I'm actually looking forward to playing the rest of the games that they put out on the Genesis, and just to see the rest of their output. And they were the developer. I think my initial video I called them the publisher. No, they were the developer. I think Sega was the one who actually published the game. So yeah, I think they did a great job. It is a short game though. You could basically beat it probably in a few hours, 3-4 hours max, basically. And that was me playing it my first time, really. Um, so it's definitely a short game. So that would definitely be a downside to it. Um, I, would I say it's? I mean, it's definitely a classic. I'm just go ahead and say it right now. It's definitely a classic, and if you play it on using the retro achievements, RetroArch to get the achievements and whatnot, there's a whole bunch of replayability to it. So in that regards, I definitely think it's a good game even today. But because it is short, I probably say it's more of an 80% overall. I mean, actually, you know, you do the rankings on retro achievements. They only do it in 10% increments, but I would actually probably bump it up to an 85%. It's a little bit better than some of the other games I said were 80%. So I'd say probably about an 85, give or take. So anyway, great game, and as you can tell just from watching the demo reel, it's very frenetic, has a lot of stuff going on, and it's actually a really good time. So give it a shot. I mean, like I said, even on Steam, it's only 99 cents, and there's really no reason not to give this game a try. It's really fun. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.